Good morning, everyone. So I'm going to read or go through James 1 a little bit from what I got encouraged out of and thought I'd share it with you all. So starting in verse 2, it says, "My brethren, count it all joy when you fall into various trials, knowing that the testing of your faith produces patience. But let patience have its perfect work, that you may be perfect and complete, lacking nothing." So life isn't always meant to be everything to go perfect. It says, "Count all joy when you fall into various trials." It's with you, what you do with the trials and what you let them do to you. Like if you stay strong, and it's made to purify your faith and to just make you stronger for what comes. And so, and then verse 5 is, if any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of God, who gives to all liberty liberally and without reproach. It will be given to him. I had to think of Solomon when he could ask of anything he wanted, earthly things or whatever he wanted, and he asked God for wisdom. And said, if any of you lack wisdom, let him ask, and God will give it to you. Like it's something. Yeah, God's always faithful. Whatever you ask for him, he will give it to you if you let the Spirit lead you and just live for him. And I believe in God also. If you ask him for spiritual things, he will also bless you with earthly things. And Solomon, later in life, he grew to be one of the probably the wealthiest men to ever be on earth. And so yeah, and number 6, but let him ask in faith with no doubting, for he who doubts is like a wave of the sea driven and tossed by the wind. For let not that man suppose that he will receive anything from the Lord. He is a double-minded man, unstable in all his ways. How easy is it to start doubting when things don't go your way, or if you don't get everything like that you want? But it says, "Let not that man think that he will receive anything from the Lord." That's a verse to think about. And if you stay true and you stay faithful, He will give you whatever you ask for. And 9 says, "Let the lowly brother glory in his exaltation, but the rich in his humiliation, because of the as the flowers of the field he will pass away. For no sooner has the sun risen with a burning heat than it withers with the grass. Its flowers fall and its beautiful appearance perishes. So the rich man also will fade away in his pursuit. And blessed is the man who endures temptations, for when he has been approved, he will receive the crown of life, which the Lord has promised to those who love him." This is a promise that God gave, and it doesn't say you might, like he might give it to you, or he could give it to you. It says he will give it to you if you stay true and faithful. And yeah, I really like that verse. It's, "Let no one say when he is tempted, I am tempted by God. For God cannot be tempted of evil, nor does he himself tempt anyone. But each one is tempted when he is drawn away by his own desires, enticed. Then when desire has conceived, it gives birth to sin, and sin, when it is full grown, brings forth death. Do not be deceived, beloved brethren. Every good gift and every perfect gift is from above and comes down from the Father of light, with whom there is no variations of shadow of turning. Of his own will he will brought us forth by the word of truth, that he might be his first fruit of his creation." God will not tempt you if we pull. God will not tempt you himself, but if we pull away from him, temptations are gonna start to come. And if we give in to him, it'll be just more and more. But yeah, don't heed to it, or if we just ask God to lead us, to not let Him not give in to it, then it'll give you more power to. And verse 19, so then, my beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, slow to wrath, for the wrath of man does not produce righteousness of God. Therefore lay aside all filthiness and overflow of wickedness, and receive with meekness the implanted word, which is able to save your souls. But be doers of the word, and not hearers only, deceiving yourselves. For if anyone is a hearer of the word and not a doer, he is like a man observing his natural face in a mirror. For he observes his face, goes away, and immediately forgets what kind of man he was. And that's something to think about as well. If we hear the word, or if we let God speak to us, or if we let the Holy Spirit speak to us, and if we read it or whatever we do, and then if we just go and don't do anything about it, if we just forget about it and go on, we are basically just a hearer of the word. So yeah, we have to let it speak to you and read it and go do it. But he who looks into the perfect law of liberty and continues in it is not a forgetful hearer, but a doer of the word. This one will be blessed in what he does. If we let the Spirit talk to us, if we do what his will is, it says this one will be blessed in what he does. That's an encouraging verse as well. And then, if anyone among you think he is religious and does not bridle his tongue, but deceives his own heart, this one religious is useless. Pure and undefiled religion before God and the Father is this: to visit orphans and widows in their trouble, and keep oneself unspotted of the world. I guess, yeah, what most to get out of this is life isn't meant to be always easy, but it's what we do with it. If we let the Spirit lead us, let the Holy Spirit lead us, and do what He tells us. It doesn't matter what it is. If we are to preach His word, whatever He has for us, to just go do it, we will be blessed. And yeah, let's see here. And yeah, if we just live through the temptation, if we just ask Him to help us and not heed to Satan if he tries to get us, and just do God's promise is always real. He's always there for you, and he's never going to leave you. So that's about all I have. So give it back to Rudy.
Very good. Thanks for sharing. There is a lot in that chapter. Think about this. Every good gift and every perfect gift comes from above. Do we think about that? If something's